attack. He has menace. Can't be blocked. Draw a card, lose life. And now we can sacrifice him. So with that, we were able to get our first win. I think it was Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm TOS and you're watching Hello Good Game. Today is going to be a little bit of a bounce around video. We've been absent for a little while. I was on a hiatus, if you will, a mini vacation. But I'm back now, ready for the release of Throne of Eldraine. We're going to be pushing this season, try to get into a Mythic qualifier. And we have some good news towards channel growth. We've recruited a Mythic qualifier player, Compulsion. He's going to be taking care of some of our drafts and our sealed events, taking place every Tuesday. So I hope you're all looking forward to meeting him and learning a little bit about him. We're going to incorporate an interview process like I was talking about before I left for my vacation. We're going to be interviewing Terrence, SP Arcata, Compulsion, and then we're going to throw it out into the Discord and try to recruit some outside interviews as well. I guess we'll interview myself as well. I'll have one of the boys do that. So that'll be fun. And I know I'm really looking forward to seeing some of his drafts. I know in the MTGA zone or MTG Arena zone Discord, he's always getting like 6-7 wins. He's killing it in the limited game. Smart guy. We can learn a lot. So I'm really excited there. You can follow him here. I'm going to throw his link up onto the screen for everybody so you can see his live streams. And today we just finished watching the Throne of Eldraine release party. We got to watch the trailer. I thought it was pretty wicked. I actually liked it a lot more than War of the Sparks release trailer. What do you guys think? But we did get to see some cool things. We got to see the 2021 schedule, or the next 4 sets coming out after Throne of Eldraine. So Theros Beyond Death. We're going back to Theros, which is really cool. And there was talk of the Underworld. So we're going to see Hades, I'm sure. Ikora, Lair of the Behemoth. This is all about making monsters from what I can surmise. And Core 2021, Return of Teferi, and Zendikar Rising. Some good old-fashioned classic magic. So that is the first item to talk about, which is really cool. What set are you guys most excited in seeing? I know when Teferi leaves here in the fall, there's going to be a huge hole in Control's players' hearts until 2021 drops. So we're going to see a lot more old school aggro magic, I believe. Not that Control's not old school, but it's just it's a totally different game. Moving on, we've got some card spoilers, and we are checking out our MTG Arena zone. So this is Terrence's website. Make sure you guys check that out and subscribe to him as well. Again, the link is up on the screen here. And you can check out some of the Eldraine spoilers here. He's got quite a few of them. And we also have a couple more over here on Mythic spoilers. Just because Terrence is missing a couple of them right now, you could also check this out for new updates. We'll probably review these more as we go on. But there's some pretty cool cards here, like the Circle of Loyalty, for example. This costs 1 less to cast for each knight you control. Creatures you control get +1/+1, which is obviously super powerful. And then whenever you cast a legendary spell, create a 2/2 knight creature token with Vigilance. And then you can pay 4, tap it, and create a 2/2 knight creature token with Vigilance as well. So this is a way to create a lot of knights. They're 2/2s, but creatures you control get +1/+1. So they're 3/3s. Pretty aggressive. We have the Return of Garruk again as well. So a lot of cool things to check out here. And most importantly, we are playing a little bit of Brawl today, I believe, everyone. Brawl has just been released to Arena, which is great. I know I really appreciate that. Eldraine Courtside Brawl is the event. Be the first to play Throne of Eldraine in this special event using one of our 4 pre-constructed decks in our newest format, Brawl. Play a deck that's built around a specific legendary creature or planeswalker commander, and play one-on-one games where you can learn more about Brawl by clicking here. So if you don't know about Brawl, you can click there. It's a singleton deck where you incorporate 60 cards plus including a commander, so 59 unique cards plus a commander. Players will not receive the Brawl decks in their collections, but throw in Eldraine cards shown below. In rewards can be used in standard 2020 events starting September 9th, and in other events starting September 26th. So that's pretty cool that you're able to use these cards here, because you're getting 4 copies of each card, which is great. Uncommon, they're all uncommons, it would appear. Nonetheless, that is 4, 8, 16, 24 uncommons to get off your checklist bright and early, so why not do that? When we get into the Brawl decks, we have 4 to choose from. They are 3 colors apiece. We have Knight's Charge, which I guess we could break down these decks individually. And maybe today we'll just play Knight's Charge, and tomorrow we can play one of the other decks going forward. So Sir Gwyn, Hero of Ashvale. He costs 6. You're going to need a forest, or a mountain, a plains, and a swamp. His Vigilance and Menace is a 5/5. Whenever an equipped creature you control attacks, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Equipment you control have Equip Knight 0, which is pretty cool, so you can put your equipment on knights for free. And we have a lot of equipment here. For example, Colossus Hammer is Equip 8. And if you're equipping that to a knight for 0 on turn 2 or 3, that's absolutely disgusting, and you deserve to be taken out back. There's a couple more Throne of Eldraine cards in here. We have Venerable Knight. So whenever Venerable Knight dies, put a 1/1 counter on target knight you control. So that is Groovy Foulmere Knight. This is a zombie knight, and he has Profane Insight, and that is an instant, which he can pay for 3. You draw a card and lose 1 life, and he himself has Death Touch, so that is a great draw engine. Knight of the Ebon Legion, Colossus Hammer, Order of Midnight. This has a sorcery attached to it. He's a 2-cost flyer, 2/2. He can't block, however, and the sorcery attached to him is return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So a little bit of a scoop there. Smitten Swordmaster for 2. This is a 2/1 with lifelink. It has a sorcery attached to it. You gain X life, and each opponent loses X life, where X is the number of knights you control. That is absolutely disgusting, and it only costs 1, which is not good for your opponent. He's got a little dragon there as well that he seemed to have just killed. Very cool. Embereth Shield the Breaker. Destroy target artifact. That's a sorcery for 1, and he is a 2/1. Corpse Knight, we've seen that. Wintermoor Commander for 2. This is a 2/0 with Death Touch. His toughness is equal to the number of knights you control. Whenever he attacks, another target knight you control gains indestructible until end of turn. These cards are overpowered. Oh my goodness. Inspiring Veteran. Other knights you control get +1/+1. Oof. Sky Knight Vanguard. We absolutely love this card. Ancestral Blade. We know this. Shining Armor for 2. This has Flash. When Shining Armor enters the battlefield, attach it to a knight you control. Equipped creature gets +0/+2 and has Vigilance. And equip cost is 3. Crystal Slipper for 2. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has haste. Equip 1. I like that. That's pretty cool. Massive Immolation. D-Spark. Steel Claw Lance for 2. Equipped creature gets +2/+2. Equipped knight is 1. Equipped regular is 3. Arcane Signet. So we've seen this in the original spoilers. Add 1 mana color of any color in your commander's color identity. And Martyr's Axe, we all know and love. Getting into our 3 drops here. Belle of the Brawl. You guys, I see what you did there. Belle of the Ball, or Belle of the Brawl, has Menace. He's a 3/2 for 3, and whenever he attacks, other knights you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Midnight Reaper we know, Sky Knight Legionnaire we know, Mace of the Valiant for 3. This is a rare. Equipped creature gets +1/+2 for each charge counter on Mace of the Valiant and has Vigilance. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a counter on the Mace and it equips for 3. So that is a little bit aggressive. Obnixus, we know this. Knight's Charge for 3. Whenever Knight you control attacks, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. That's great. You can pay 8, a little aggressive. Sacrifice it, return all Knight creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh my goodness. Mortify, we know. Icon of Ancestry, we know. Fireborn Knight, a little aggressive. So this costs 4, double strike, 2/3, and you can pay 4 again. He gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. We know Integrity. Skyr Conrad the Grim. So this is a 5-cost card, one that you'll actually win by playing Brawl. And whenever another creature card dies, or a creature card is put into the graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature card leaves your graveyard, he deals 1 damage to each opponent, which is great. And then you can pay 2. Each player puts top card of their library into the graveyard, which will trigger his first ability again. We have Bond of Discipline, which we all know and love. Single Combat, which we all know and love. Response and Resurgence, which we all know and love. And then a Siobhan Dragon, which is strange, but, you know, he's in there anyways. We've got a lot of wacky lands, you guys. Do we have any Eldraine lands? We do here. Enters the battlefield tapped, and you gain 1 life. So we've already seen that in the last set. But, yeah, we'll get some more of those life lands. And again, this is Knight's Charge. Let's get into our first match of Commander. Or, let's not start off on a bad foot. Our first match of Brawl. And, you'll probably see a lot of Brawl from us in the coming weeks. I know we'll probably both be showcasing these decks to all of you. Because why not? And yeah, hopefully we get on a good start here. So we're gonna keep this hand, and this is one of our new lands to look out for. Torment Grounds. You can cast for a mountain, a plains, or a swamp, if it's a knight or equipment spell. And you get a free mulligan, which is a little aggressive. I'm going to go out on a limb and keep it, though. And I'm not sure if we get to start the game with our commander out, or we just get to play it once we have the mana, which I'm sure is the case. We also have a new interface here, it would appear. 52 cards in our opponent's deck, 7 in his hand. We also will have Graveyard here and Exile here. And we can pull up their commander just by clicking on it, which is nice. So let's get this in there and throw our Knight of the Ebon Legion out. So we are rocking and rolling. Turn 2, Mask of Immolation. So when Mask of Immolation enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 red elemental creature token, then attach the mask to it. We can sacrifice it and deal 1 damage to the target. Guild Globe, so he's still totally open to attacks here. This is great for us. Let's get our mask out here. Gives us a 1/1 elemental. And still strike for 1. And we do have 25 life as well, so that's something to keep in mind. So it's a little bit slower of a match. As far as the new arena goes, I'm not sure if it's interactive at all. Okay, so we see bring to life, target non-creature artifact you control becomes a 0/0 artifact creature. Put 4 1/1 counters on it. So it's a 4/4 Guild Globe. A little aggressive if you ask me. Very nice. And we'll take a turn. Playing our land. I'm not sure why he's able to recast this. And I'm debating whether we strike now or not. So we're gonna force a block with our Knight of the Ebon Legion. Up the big numbers here. Give ourselves 5 defense, survive the interaction, and that should set pace. So here we learn about adventure. Okay, enchanted creature loses all abilities and is a blue frog with a 1/1. Very nice. So let's get a scry in. We always love that. Despark, hey? We're not gonna toss it. We actually kind of maybe like that idea. It's a frog, so that's no bueno. Let's just get that 2 damage in, I guess. He is close to casting his commander here. We're going to want to immediately remove that though, right? And then he's got to pay 1 extra to cast it again. So very cool. Flying Death Touch lifelink. Other creatures you control with flying get +1/+0. And then whenever you cast an artifact or enchantment spell, create a 1/1 blue flying creature token fairy. Alright. Evolving Wilds. Let's see what he pulls out here. I'm guessing an island. It's a place. So we pull our Despark, which, I mean, we're immediately going to exercise, let's be honest. And now he can cast that for an additional mana, I believe. Let's get Evolving Islands out. We may as well just sacrifice it right now. There's no need to hold on to that. We'll take a plains, and let's get in for some damage. There's no need to spam our integrity yet. Let's hold on to it and see if we can use that next turn somehow. Ancestral Blade into the Adventure Animated Fairy, and he gains 1 life flat, so that's alright. And we do pull Big Daddy. Whenever a creature control dies, I'll read this. Sorry. Whenever another creature dies or a creature card is put into the graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature card leaves your graveyard, he deals 1 damage to each opponent. And then we can activate his ability, which is great. We do not have anything with reach though, and I would love to kill that guy, but let's just push out and stack our knights for now. We can still attack with our Midnight Reaper to get that land draw going, right? See a block there, which is fine, and we get triple trigger. And Tajik Legion's Edge is actually a pretty cool card. He is a soldier, so he loses out a little bit there, but nonetheless, first strike. It's pretty cool. So we have Workshop Elders here. This is rare. 4/4. Artifact creatures you control have flying. At the beginning of combat, each turn you may cast, or you may have target non-creature artifact you control become 0/0 artifact creature. If you do, put 4 counters on it. So this is like that sorcery, but full time, which is pretty cool. If I'm being honest, because he can make this a 4/4, give it flying, and he's really gonna bash the heck out of us. So pretty cool there. I mean, why he's not attacking with it, I'll never know. Okay, so this is actually really cool. I guess let's just play the sorcery. Now it goes into exile and we can replay it as a creature, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty cool. He is a knight. So let's get them out there. 22 life left. Let's hit home with Sir Conrad. We're definitely ahead life-wise here. Rocking and rolling, if you will. He just takes it on the chinny chin, which is a little bit aggressive. I would like to pop our commander before we win, if I'm being honest. So he can make that into a 4/4 as well. Which is just the darnest thing, isn't it? Grabs flying as well. It should have... It does have summoning sickness. Thank the Lord. Alrighty, so... Let's pop this up here. And we will absolutely sacrifice this to deal 1 damage to him. And yeah, there's our block for 3. And now that pesky rare is gone. We're gonna see a lot of that. And we get 2 more triggers with our Conrad the Grim, which is great. Come in tapped, to be honest. I don't much care. I mean, it would be cool, but Tajik can go in for the big swing. He does get the kill on my Conrad of Grim. Triggers will still fire, which is nice. And he does now make a run for it with his commander. His brawler, if you will. that up. We actually don't really have anything to deal with that. So we're in a kind of a bad position. Our only good thing here is that he's tapping his creature, so we can go all in. So let's get this bad boy out. He's got mana, so let's seal the deal for us, right? Let's go in for 3. He has to block it, which allows us to do this. Oh, does he have first strike? No. I thought for a second that maybe he did. He did grab a lifelink chunk off that though, but the cast of his commander now is just enduringly high. Yes, I'm still able to pay it. We have no reach. We do have. So again, just taking out his commander. This must be the 3rd or 4th time. He's unable to pay for his cast next turn unless he draws another land. Let's power up our knight. And we can equip this to 0, which is great. Attack. He has menace. Can't be blocked. We draw a card, lose life. And now we can sacrifice him. So with that, we were able to get our first win. I think it was relatively easy. You really want to make sure that your commander has some form of protection, because those diminishing returns of the additional mana cost they really suck, and you can really fall behind that way. And just like that, we get 4 copies of Heraldic Banner. As it enters the battlefield, choose a color. Creatures you control of the chosen color get +1/+0, and you can add a mana of the chosen color. That's actually a little bit aggressive, if we're being honest. Alrighty then. We are missing a key component here. We get a free mulligan, so we're gonna take it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Corpse Knight, but what good is the Shivan Dragon without a single mountain? So we're taking a free mulligan here, and we're gonna keep 7. Because not only do we have a multicolored night land, okay, so D-Sparks, like, it's kind of a late game hand we have. Obviously, we're going to open up with these Guild Gates. Yeah, probably this Scoured Barrens with a beautiful pyramid on it. Along the Nile River, I'm assuming. We also pulled one of the other new lands here. This is a Wind-Scarred Crag. Wind-Scarred Crag enters the battlefield tapped. You gain 1 life. Our opponent is playing Knights as well, so this is a mirror matchup. Let's see how we can compete. We didn't get a Knight of the Ebon Legion, which sucks, but you know, we got some stuff for the old defensive plays. Deal 5 damage to something. I mean, we're just going to continue the good old fight. Admittedly, the life gain lands do a lot more when you start at 25 life rather than 20. Because at 20 it's such a quick burn down, but I mean there is a big difference between 25 and 30, right? Like, because you're getting more turns to be able to play more lands, which equals more life gained. So it's a little bit different of a balance, which is pretty cool. We could play for 3. We have nothing for 3, so let's get this out of the way. Yeah, we're not going to want to cast that at all. So we're actually kind of getting beat down here pretty quickly. I could use response to wipe something here. And we are creeping up on some shenanigans here. The only bad thing about the Night deck is that Gwyn is quite a costly cast, so it's not always that easy to get out. Let's just nuke this. Because we can use Despark for anything greater than that. He's going all in, which is a little aggressive, I think, maybe, but I could be wrong. Yeah. Such cheap costing cards. We can just keep pulling lands, everything will be okay. We have 4 or 5 in the hand, which means 2 more drawed lands needed. Still have 20 life, so we're kicking about. This Wintermoor Commander is very good. Oh my gosh, he drops the Fireborn Knight on us. Double strike. Nice. We love tokens. They're always good blockers. Obviously I know I can do that instant speed, but just get out of here! That's our turn. So he's running out of cards. And they're not playing lands. That's okay. I still have 17 life. So see just how much of a difference these life gain lands can make. Because I'd be near dead, right? Like, this game would be in the bag. But fortunately, we still got some shenanigans up our sleeves here. So this could open us up into a whole shenanigans. I should do this because I can equip this for 0, which is great. It's just too bad he didn't have haste. And with that, I should be game. To be honest, he has vigilance and menace, so he could pull the Embereth Shield Breaker to destroy my artifact, but that is a heavy hit. We're going to tap his creatures next turn, obviously, so that's that. The lifelink will be great as well. Who doesn't appreciate that? Unable to attack with anything, which is also great. We could be greedy. We could be really greedy. I say we do it. We're attacking here, which is great. We get to draw a card. This is probably the coolest thing that could ever happen to us here. We are delaying our Bond of Discipline next turn so we can get Sky Knight Vanguard rolling, right? He just took it. So, that's game next turn. Pretty quick turnaround. It was looking a little bit scary here. He was banging off some serious value on top of us. I know I shouldn't, but I cannot stand Knight of the Ebon Legion. It powers up so quickly, it's not even funny. Like, very, very, very quickly. So that's that. Easy peasy. That's one of the more powerful combos of the deck there. So we unlocked Conrad, which is great. We really like this. Whenever another creature you control dies, it's removed from your graveyard, from exile, anywhere. Gridstock 01. Playing our Inspiring Veteran first. Hopefully we're drawing a Sky Knight Vanguard. Our Colossus Hammer, which we can equip to our Gwyn to make him a 15/15 with Vigilance and Menace, which is great. Just immediately starts coming in hot. Hopefully we can avoid removal here for a couple turns while we really get things rolling. We have a Grim for 5, which is nice. As long as we can keep drawing lands, everything will be okay. Tomb of Legends enters the battlefield with a page counter on it. Whenever your commander enters the battlefield or attacks, put a page counter on Tomb of the Legends, and you can pay 1, remove page counter from it, and draw a card. So that's actually pretty cool. Let's get our knight out. And we put this on the battlefield, kind of equip it. But next turn we have a pretty juicy swing for 7. If we draw land, we'll be hitting for 9. Our opponent's definitely taking his time. So many thoughts rushing through his mind. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. Let's get that out. And we'll throw this on our vulnerable knight or venerable knights. All attack, we pull our veteran back. And a smart man would block that. But I imagine you're looking to ramp. So that's okay. He takes it. That's beautiful. We're going to throw our icon ancestry out next turn. So all our knights will get +1/+1. We did quit drawing lands though, so this is unfortunate. Still not much to stop us. And in all honesty, we should just go ahead and remove this. Perfect. Good game. We needed a nice easy win. Obnix's Cruelty gets in for the commander removal. And we picked up some Fairy Vandals. Flash flying whenever you draw a second card each turn. Put a 1/1 counter on this beloved fairy. Alright guys, let's keep those fingers crossed. We're going to pull ourselves a couple 1-drops, a couple 2-drops, a couple 3-drops, and just run our opponent over. All I have is Corpse Knight. I don't want to complain, but this hand is not good. Taking the free mulligan, and we did pull our Knight of the Ebon Legion. I'm sure our opponent's gonna love seeing that. There's lots of quick removal in this deck that he could use. We're pushing as well. We just want to match his ramp, right? Otherwise, we could have played something else, but at least next turn we have 3 available for a big boy Night Smash. He's gonna need a blocker. Are you serious, bro? I don't even know what to make of this guy. Let's gain a life and swing. smashing for 4. That gets us the token. All that glitters, hey? Chapter creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment you control. We need immediate removal. We did not get it. We just need to push our luck. Let's go all in. If he wants to race, we'll race. Ooh. When you guys have to sneeze, do you guys look at the light as well to push it out? I know that's always helps for me. So this having lifelink has absolutely thrown a wrench into our plans. Don't you dare. Okay, so we've seen this before. Very, very powerful card here. I don't want any part of this. Banish into Fable. Holy. We're taking a mulligan. I'm not relying on something without the land. There, this goes way better, you guys. Spectral Sailor, hey? This guy's going all out. Let's just take it slow for a second at least. Need 5 lands on tap. Just need 1 more. Let's rush to our Fireborn Knight, I guess. Holy. Risen Reef, even in Brawl. You cannot escape this card, apparently, you guys. No land, though, so it's alright. Forced to play an Evolving Wilds. Still not so bad. It's coming in tapped. And we are getting tapped. Consequence. Let's do this out there and a little bit menace, if you will. No tax. We're gonna push our luck here. Fireborn Knight should push him over the edge. He's got a pretty squishy hand. He does have the extra mana from Mara Leaf Pixie, which is a new card as well. Arcane Signet. So he still has 3 land available. Biomancer's Familiar. Interesting. None of this has Adapt on it though. so I'm not sure what that's for. The flying has huge advantage on us here. Let's get our Fireborn Knight out first. And, yeah, we're all in. There's no need to sit around here. He either needs to double block and lose them both, or just the one, which puts our counter on our beloved double striker. So this is working out okay. Fireborn Knight is sitting at 6 damage potentially. We're going to push it up to 8 next turn with our Inspiring Veteran. We're also going to drop our Wintermoor Commander. Getting a little bit of damage in, that's understandable. Let's get our Inspiring Veteran in. And we can definitely all attack. Because he himself has Menace, which basically protects him because no one's willing to double block there. And we have a double strike for 10. He really needs to block this. He does not block it. What's going on here? 4/3. They both die anyways, so it doesn't matter. But we shall save our Belle of the Brawl with our Shining Armor. And save him as well. So that is a smash and dash technique with our Sir Gwyn, Hero of Ashvale. There's so little you can do against Double Strike. It's very, 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 very powerful. Prison Realm, you can exile it. That's exactly what you can do. Beautiful. Very nice play. Ooh, a District Guide. He gets to draw up the land to the field. So that's potentially 2 land turn for him. It could be 3 if he already had one in his hand. So that's like a really cool ramp strategy. He gets 1. I mean, it's entering tapped, so we don't care too much here. Taking a little bit of damage. Let's do Sir Conrad. Let's get that one attacker in that has Menace. And we just get to smash, which is fine. Next turn we should have lethal, as long as we escape any board wipes. That would be just terrifying. We could draw a land and play our commander, which would be great. He's playing this fairy formation. Flying, you pay 4 to create a blue 1/1 creature with flying and draw a card. But he himself is a 5/4, so very formidable foe here on the field. You'd think some of these cards would be a lot weaker than they are, but they're showing up with those big numbers. So let's throw haste out. We love that. We could give him first strike, or we could play... Yeah, let's give him first strike. We could also do that next turn if we don't need first strike. All attack. We're all buffed. Mentor goes over to our Inspiring Veteran, which is so powerful. I think we're going to see that a lot. So Sir Conrad is going to die here. He still needs to double block. Yeah, okay. This is kind of weird on his behalf, but this absolutely works for us. Sweet. 2 more kills. Our Conrad should trigger twice. There we go. 1 life left. And he'll need to stop Menace plus a creature, so he needs 2 creatures on the field this turn. Let me know in the comments what Brawl deck you guys are interested in seeing next. So we can prioritize, I suppose. Run away together, which is pretty interesting. I think that's an instant. He should cast that on my turn. Oh well. I guess let's throw that out again. And we could get this commander out as well. No attacks this turn. He's still outgunned. Can't attack. Yeah, we can't block, obviously. Oh, there he can. And he gets the draw as well. And it is a land. No life gained, so we're still okay. And he just calls it quits there, which is fine with us. With that, we've unlocked the Savvy Hunter for 3. When it attacks or blocks, create a food token, sacrifice 2 foods, and draw a card. And it is a 3/3, so pretty powerful. 2 more wins to lock down. Let's see if we can get those in a hurry. So we're gonna keep this hand, I think. I really like the Sky Knight Vanguard. Just lighting a candle for good luck here. Ritualprovisions.com if you want to get yourself a wicked candle like myself. There we go. Get that set up. Oakley dokely. So we have no drop for 3, so we're going to go in heavy off the start and do our first 2 turns straight up. And then on turn 3, we're playing probably our Sky Knight Vanguard. We'll drop Corpse Knight first to be a little bit greedy. Oh no, we will have no choice because of the way we dropped our lands. Yeah, that's fine. Then next turn we'll be able to play our Mask of Immolation. we're seeing another mirror match here. Corpse Knight's dropping. It's fine. Let's get our Massive Immolation out. I guess let's just push our luck. Then he's not blocking our counter. He does block our counter, which is fine. Because now we can kill his Corpse Knight with our Massive Immolation. Good game. Hopefully that sends him over the edge. Let's try to win with some underhanded tactics here. Get this whole process sped up a little bit. So let's grab a life here. This is pretty cool. The Corpse Knight, Sky Knight Vanguard combo. We actually took a look at that, and it's a lot of fun. Let's not joke about it. If I were him, I would obviously be taking out my Venerable Knight, but he doesn't. He keeps taking the tokens out, which is so fine because we're getting an extra point of damage every time he does that. He's got a nice land. He's up to 5. Next turn we have our Steel Claw Lance to drop. Ooh, and a Tajik. That's actually pretty powerful, and he can give a first strike. So we ain't doing shit about shit this round. No vigilance though, so that's great for us. We are ahead in the damage poll. That's okay, that's okay. We're still drawing land. Let's keep grabbing life while we're here. Lance can come out. Let's throw that on. Oh well, shoot, I don't think it matters so much. Let's throw it on the bird, baby. And we're all over. Hitting for 8, so that's approaching lethal next turn. It's to a point where he needs to now block and not continue his attack train. It would appear he has some sort of removal, and he's debating on what to remove. Obviously, it's going to be my Sky Knight Vanguard, and he leaves the Corpse Knight up, which is okay. He should put that on his Tajik. Oh, he does not put it on anything. He goes greedy. He's looking to go wide. Order of Midnight cannot block, unfortunately, though. Let's go big and bad. Let's just spread the damage here. Losing a little bit of life, but we get some advanced draw cards, so that's all right. And he only has 2 blockers, which is just not that good. So we get him down to 2, and let's just smoke him out with our Mask of Immolation. Let's throw it on our blocker. And we can equip this for 0, which is great. Let's throw it on our Corpse Knight, and then let's sacrifice our Corpse Knight. And that is that. Basically an infinite combo with Mask of Immolation, as long as you've got the creatures to continually sacrifice. We pull out some Inspiring Veterans. Now these are going to be really fun to play with come September 9th. Gaining life. Can't attack actually, which is great. Our Inspiring Veteran was able to shut that down. And now we're actually able to go one step further and to remove that right off the field. Let's get that attack in. Knight of the Ebon Legion is not something that we can leave sit. Like, that's not okay, you guys. We're going to jump in with the Tajik this turn if he doesn't play a creature. Get that haste attack in. He is Mentor as well, which is great for an Inspiring Veteran. And that's how she goes. That's very nice. All attacks for 6. Boom, boom, boom. Enters tapped. That's turn. We have a couple different routes we can go to, excuse me, depending on what he plays. So some death cuts, so we're going to need First Strike, which he did not use. That's incredibly interesting. Let's continue to go wide. This turn hitting for 9. Wow. That was probably our quickest match yet. Inspiring Veteran really just ties everything together. Plays his Death Touch now, which is fine, so we can have First Strike. Play that bad boy. Two attacks. We're gonna have to use our First Strike to shut off this Death Touch. Hello, good game. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We're giving away 500,000 gems to our subscribers to help the channel grow. Check out that video. I should probably do a remake of it, an updated version. We're here tomorrow playing Golos Nexus, like aforementioned, and then back for a few days and we'll play some Brawl. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you all later.